Yeah, let's fill some hard drives. Greetings and welcome to Dodger and Jolly presents the Grimstone Chronicles, Season 4, Episode 32. I am your DM and host, Marty, joined by two-thirds of the Ontario crew, Adam and Ahmed. How is everyone on this fine Sunday? Yeah, we're playing on a Sunday just this week.
My household, we've decided that we've become Pokemon trainers. So we've done the RSV, we've done the CV19, a couple flavors of it, and now we're going through Nonavirus. We're trying to see if we can collect all of the things.
Gotta catch them all.
For those who don't know, Nonavirus is like it's like viral food poisoning for most people. For me, it just was like a head cold, but for my wife, it's like food goes in, food comes out, and it just like it rolls a d20 and goes, oh well.
Rolled a 2.
It's really funny because she was, yep, you rolled a 2. Time to go vom. And it's like I went back to everybody was snoring, and then I went to the bathroom, and then everybody came back, and everybody was quiet. It's like, yeah, we were all wondering if we were going somewhere because that was really intense in terms of the explosions. So yeah, our house is a little gross right now. That being said, played a couple of games. A couple that like the Ghostbusters video game from like 2008 or 2007. It's like written by like Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd. So and it's got all the voice actors. So it's got all the voice actors. It's got all the original cast, and it's sort of written like a movie. It's way better than it has any right being. Like way better than it should be. Like it's really enjoyable. Kind of shoot the ghosts and put them in the thing and blow up buildings and get yelled at for destroying everything and be sarcastic. So yeah, that game was really good. And then Iconoclasts is weird because it's like modern type politics into a game that has really good mechanics, but it's like you're in this top-down authoritarian society, which is all like everybody has a job, and then you're like the capitalist. Like you get in trouble, like they're fighting you for helping people fix things, and that makes you the renegade. You're helping people fix their equipment. Oh my god, how dare you? And that's like the evil thing that you're doing. Mixed with like the game is obviously done from like a very modern political ideology, where it's like the people writing it were like communism is great, and then you're like in this communist society, and then you're being persecuted for fixing something. You're not allowed to fix things. So it ended up being really. The game is really well built, and then the story is like really funnily put together because it's like it's thought provoking and weird, and the messaging I don't think is quite what they meant, or maybe they're being ironic. I don't know. It was really good Metroidvania game, like with really solid combat mechanics. So.
Yeah, I'm biting my tongue right now because this channel is not a political channel.
No. It's like, in terms of the video game, shit's a fun video game. Yeah. Like it's
we made that rule a long time ago.
we don't talk that
just
talk.
like off camera. Just the four of us, like the Ontario crew, we don't all agree on everything. You know, I'm like, so how can you?
No.
Yep. And we're still all like best friends. It's
that's why D&D rocks.
It's okay. It's okay not to agree on everything.
Yeah. So, Ghostbusters video game, high recommend. Iconoclasts is also a high recommend. It even if you think the story is silly, the combat mechanics are worth it. Like the game is just fun to play. Yeah.
So I watched a show on Netflix. It was called Physical 100. It's a Korean show where it's a bunch of like it's a bunch of ripjack people from different sports competing in these crazy almost Squid Game like games.
That sounds awesome.
I'm surprised that I saw this show before Adam did. I assume that's what he was doing yesterday, laying on the couch, being sick, watching Physical 100.
Oh, look at that pull up. Oh, it's gonna make me.
Nah, you got to watch it. There's one episode left that I made the mistake and didn't start the show until all the episodes were done. But I got up to episode 9 and I need to watch I guess the last one.
I'm looking at the cast right now. You got volleyball players, swimmers, bodybuilders, rugby players, wrestlers, MMA fighters,
Cocaine dealers,
restaurant owner. That's a weird one. There are dancers in here of various versions of dancer. So yep.
So the show is very like everyone's got a little like a lot of the people there have a little bit of an ego. But because the Korean culture is just a little bit different, there's a lot of like bowing and like deferring to your elders. At the same time, they also want to show off a little bit. So it's like this show would not have the same tone, say, if we brought it into North America.
It would be WWE.
Right. But the challenges are like humbling to like if you're like strength 22, okay stats and the rest, like you're gonna have a hard time, like because some of the challenges are weighted towards your weight, like 40% of your body weight. It's like, oh, this guy's gonna have a rough time lifting that thing. Stamina, speed, so it was really interesting to watch.
I will definitely look at this. This looks amazing.
Yeah,
my money's on the military guy.
We were watching Clarkson's Farm season 2, which is also excellent.
So you went to like your roots.
I wasn't feeling well, so I watched them farm and raise some cows.
Okay.
Season 1 was about sheep, and I never raised sheep, so it was like, oh, weird. Look at these things. The cows, it's all like, oh, they're doing this thing. It's like, oh, they get this weird mechanism. It's like, that's not how you do it. You just sort of shove your hands in there and you pull the baby calf out. It's stuck. You just kind of just heave ho, pull it out. And it was kind of, I don't know. I like cows. I watched a show about cows. It made me happy.
I love cows.
I do. My freezer also likes cows.
I'm just tapping my stomach for no reason.
What have you been up to? What did you do yesterday instead of game?
Hold on. Right. We visited my wife's friends for their 2-year-old's birthday party. It was freaking phenomenal.
What did the 2-year-old get out of it?
$100 worth of my money for gifts.
A lot. Okay.
Apparently.
Memories that they'll cherish for never.
I was like the entire time saying in my mind, I could be gaming. I could be gaming.
But you couldn't be gaming.
I could be PlayStationing. I could be PlayStationing.
All those are games too, I guess. Yeah.
Like being antisocial in the dark basement playing a video game. Yeah.
Mark's working this weekend, so there's no.
I got Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Oh, cool.
I'm looking forward to starting that.
I played those. I want to say like 5-6 years ago. I played them multiple times, going through the whole series. I'm like, I'll do this. I'll do this party. If you want to do multiplayer, let me know.
Yeah,
because that's a game that I'll sit down and
on PlayStation.
We're on Steam.
Yeah,
or I'm on Steam.
I'm on for that game. I think it came out on GOG first. So
here's the thing. I was playing with Marty, and until my computer ate itself and I had all the files.
I don't mind getting it on Steam.
You know how I was like, oh, we only played it for a bit.
Yep.
We played it for 20 hours. So says Steam. That's a lot. I normally don't put
Dude, it's like a 200-hour game.
Yeah.
With all the expansions and everything, it's good.
Yeah, there's 3 expansions in each, or there's 2 expansions in each.
Yep. Don't worry, you'll spend the first 10 hours just rolling your character to get the to get the 18s or that percentile strength.
Rolling,
like I got an 18 and I'm a fighter or a human or whatever the rule was. You get to roll the percentile.
On the front page of the Steam account, I'm just going to read this out. They've got a character here called Terry Crews. He's an assassin. He's strength 19, dex 18, con 19, intelligence 15, wisdom 3, charisma 20. Terry Crews.
Nice.
This makes me happy.
Yeah, I would definitely start that up with you if you want to do that. You need a PC version though.
Okay.
Anyways,
I found it cheap on that. It was like $10 or something like that for the PlayStation. So I was like, what the hell?
I don't know if I even currently have it installed, but
it takes like 2 minutes to install. It's like 1 gig install or whatever.
Yep. All right, let's do a recap of what happened last game. or the last two. It's a Trap and Sol. It's a trap. Sunny, Cog, Quintessa, Sunny, Cog, Quintessa, Brennos, and Val have many questions for Agony about the Isle of Nephelis. Agony shares a memory with Sunny. The group tracks down Emiria, the Platinum Lady, in the town of Brindle. Agony has murderous urges. Sunny makes contact with the defender of Nephelis. Quintessa teleports the party to the island, trusting the island's defenders. While in the prison, the party speaks with a prisoner and former adversary, i.e. Langdedrossa. Sunny's quick thinking scares off a halfling sneak and possible shenaniganry while you were inside.
Oh, they're like, I'm just going to hit you disintegrate thing. Wouldn't it be fun if everybody makes a fort save or die?
Sunny, Cog, Quintessa, Brennos, and Val and Emiria entreat with a duo of high-ranking officials of Nephelis and come to an accord. Val casts a tie-breaking vote to decide on a course of action. The group visits the Temple of the Five, dedicated to the 5 once prominent old gods. Despite warnings from Bajan the Defender, the party raids the iceburg lair of Chill Reaver, the Exarch of Tiamat. Inside the lair, Sunny makes contact with a frigid entity. Cog and Brennos face an enthralled Githzeri scion. And then I think we ended off you guys basically torturing a duo of mature red white dragons.
Torturing is somewhat aggressive in its phraseology.
Yeah, you teleported in deep within level 1, which is where all the armies were, and then are working your way up.
Yeah, we basically did the dungeon in order.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was it was a good guess.
We showed up and said, "Round 1, begin." I'm like, oh shit!
So they battled their way through all of these areas, fought some frost giants and some Sahuagin and creatures that seem to be much more ice elemental than perhaps their original forms. It appears that something is transforming people into icy thralls.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the nasty beholder that didn't really get to do much.
I hate that thing.
He died really quickly.
Hey, look! Hey guys, I found a thing! Oh god!
I think we left off in the middle of initiative on the doorstep of a unhallowed area dedicated to Tiamat with some strange devilish dragon statues that you haven't really had much time to look at and examine. There are piles of what look like freshly looted treasure. There is an icy statue, like someone made like an ice statue of Macath. Solid ice, not just Macath encased in ice. It does look like it's a very action-y pose, like she was trying to hide and she was looking and something happened. There's kind of a surprised look on her face.
Flesh to ice kind of spell.
Yeah, maybe. And then we've got
those of us who are more familiar with white dragons might know what that was.
A couple of mature adult white dragons that had stumbled down into the fight that you guys had below, and you've basically set them on fire. I think one is still on fire and prone. Oh yeah, prone because of a command, a greater command, and then this one. Is beat up,
shaken, on fire, or no? Did the fire go?
The fire went out on this one.
Can't remember all the conditions.
So the shaken is yellow, prone is blue, and then I forget what I put for the red.
Didn't. Okay, what statuses are there? Who could put what statuses? Because that's probably what happened. Stunned, blind, maybe?
It's not stunned. I don't believe it's blind. I want to say that it's shaken, and I think that there's an extra one on there because you said when you're putting it on, I remember 2 going on.
Okay.
Unless chat says otherwise, I'm pretty certain that it's just shaken.
All right. I think we left off in initiative. Who is controlling Quintessa tonight?
Oh no.
On behalf of Mark.
Ooh.
Oh no. Let's see.
Let's just look at the character sheet
so
before we just...
Mark just has 1 in this group, right?
Yep.
Well, no, his Contessa and what's his name? Val.
It's Marty. Marty.
Oh, Marty's running Val. Okay.
So I've got. So Ahmed only has one, I think. So I think.
Yeah,
it's
you've
Ahmed.
got two.
I've got two. So I think it's Ahmed, but Ahmed, feel free to.
Contessa stays in the back.
Yeah,
Well, no,
Mark's
Quintessa's got a jacked
instructions.
AC.
Mark's instructions was to keep her defense.
Keep her AC.
Yep.
AC through the roof and blow things up.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep her
Okay.
in the back.
We left off at the end of the round. Sunny had done something I don't remember, and then now it's Cog's turn. Cog, you've got two really beat up dragons. This one is the most beat up.
I am very far down that
Oh, you're still down the
slide.
He's way
down the
way,
slide.
way, way.
Cog
Oh
runs.
yeah, you're way
So Cog's gonna run.
over here. Oh yeah, you had beat up the southern group of giants.
Yeah. So I'm running. I run at
And you've got
95 for your movement.
freedom of movement. Okay.
I run at 95. 95.
There
so
is a
that's about-
slope here,
So,
but I'm gonna say with your acrobatics, you're able to like kind of jump and hop up the slope at a very quick pace.
I think also a fly running, so it doesn't
Okay.
really.
Well,
Yep.
the thing is, fly speed versus your run speed. Because I think you actually.
It's a 5 foot difference.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So it gets me to about there. So I'm still on the other side of the
Okay,
map.
you're still on the other side of the map. Okay.
Yep.
So Cog leaves the fiery destruction of the previous battle in his wake and is flying and kind of hopping up the icy ramp. Brennos. Okay. So Brennos, I think Sunny dispelled the illusionary wall. The illusory
Yes.
wall?
Yep.
Okay. You can see two of the icy elementals standing in front of what looks like a very, very coarse and spiky wall of ice. And then behind the wall of ice, there's all sorts of beams of white-blue light through some mist. Like you can't see quite clearly what's going on behind that wall of ice.
All right.
And
We're good.
then this illusory wall, because this map was built for DMs. This illusory wall is no longer illusory. It's no longer there.
Wrong character.
It's kind of like selling taxi drivers on how nice the driver's seat is, as opposed to how nice the back seat is. And taxi drivers, if they're not thinking about it, they might go, "Oh, look how nice the front seat is," but really the back seat. Yeah. Okay. Brennos is going to use this moment to basically bane dragons. Because
Okay.
it sounds like there's a big honking dragon in here somewhere.
Okay, simultaneously, Haela Brightaxe is making her axe greater bane to aberrations, undeath, and she's pouring some of her own godly energy to make her axe bane to divine beings.
Oh, that's a sketchy one. That's a good one, right?
I'm sorry. Who's doing this?
Haela Brightaxe, the god of the...
Oh, okay.
There'll be no tentacle faces here.
Marty, could Cog have done something? Spent a key point to increase his movement speed by 20 feet. Basically, just puts him into the map.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lady of the Fray, the Luck Maiden, a demigod of the dwarven pantheon of the Mornden Salmon, whose symbol is the unsheathed sword wrapped in two spirals of flame. She's a chaotic good deity, wielding her favored weapon, Flame Bolt, a greatsword, worshipped typically by barbarians, dwarves, and fighters.
Enemy. All right. So this becomes plus 12.
Whenever dwarves stand hip deep in the corpses of monstrous enemies, their hearts sing in joy with the thrumming thrill of battle.
Oof. Oof, 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 oof.
I think Brennos has done that a few times.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, simultaneously,
Check.
Haela, the goddess, is doing something.
Yes. All right, sorry. Apologies on the. Okay. Okay, we're going to strike at the white dragon. Or are we going to go forward to get the other one that seems to be more get?
Brennos, you know that Haela Brightaxe broke a rule by making her weapon greater bane against divine creatures. Like, her lawful family probably is shaking their heads at this.
Sometimes you gotta bend the rules.
All right, there's a dragon that is
okay, we're going to attack it.
Oh, Fox is giving Adam.
Brennos did not let your god down.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
We're gonna cut dragon heads off today. I mean illithid heads. I mean dragon heads. I mean aberrant dragon heads.
Am I putting this in the tank for you, or
it goes in the tank?
Okay.
Yes. Critical threat.
Yes, this dragon can be critted. Is your weapon truthful right now?
It is not.
Okay. There are 2 images, so it's a D3.
Wait a second. I don't have a method to make it truthful.
Okay, you don't have.
Close your eyes.
You don't have true seeing up or anything.
I do not have true seeing up. I do not have that spell. Okay. Okay, pops an image.
Yep, you cleave so hard into the image that you've cracked the ice below the dragon. It's looking at you, trying to scramble away and push away from you.
Okay, the second attack. AC 44.
Yeah, I think these guys had AC 42, and then he's prone, so AC 38.
Okay. Hits him.
Okay.
Okay, the flaming does double damage. Or does 1.5?
1.5, yep.
Alright. Okay, so...
Well, the pinpoints in their eyes do have a similar blue glow to some of the elemental creatures you've encountered. It doesn't look like they've fully transformed yet. They seemed much more animate and excitable and emotional than...
88 damage.
Whoa.
I just did.
All right, so swinging your sword twice, one cracking down, it kind of laughed nervously at that, and the backswing was really quick, and you turned the backswing into a thrust. The dragon. That would be an extra 30. All right, you opened up its throat, and it's now pouring dragon blood all over the ground. You knocked it past its negative con.
Nice.
All right. We'll use this opportunity to fly to the next dragon.
Okay, that one will take an AOO and try to bite you as you're flying in. It's on the ground. It's like on all kind of spread eagle, but it looks around. It's going to hit you with its tail as you're flying in.
Okay.
Big crocodilian armored tail. -4. AC 32.
No.
Chill Reaver! Help us!
Aberrants do escape.
Huh? There's
That's
a
right,
mad
confusing.
dwarf out here! A mad dwarf!
Yeah, it's pretty accurate right there. Okay, that was
Brennos?
That's
Quintessa.
it?
Yeah.
Quintessa. There's a couple of big old earth elemental, or ice elementals, and a wall of ice. Just rock the whole thing with a fireball. Mister.
Yeah, I was looking at that. So is this is gone? Or is that a wall of ice?
No, this is me covering up the dungeon-drawn wall of
The permanent
illusion.
wall of ice that should be temporary. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hit these guys with a fireball.
Right up against that wall of ice in the back, so we blow that thing away too.
Yep.
So, yeah, centered right on the wall.
Things that she does to make her fire more impressive.
It's her, I was reading those. Blood piercing, intensity, and havoc. When you get add 1 point of damage per die rolled.
Okay, so I think she does plus 20 on her fireballs.
Yeah, she's got +2. One from Blood Havoc, and then one from her Draconic.
And then, does she have Intensify as the feat, or no? She uses Blood Intensity instead.
This I do not know.
That's what I'm checking. Spell Focus, Echu, Crane.
Her fireballs might also be somehow specialized for meta magic reasons. Let's have a look at Quintessa. I'll help you.
Yeah.
She's got Maximize and Empower. She does Intensify would be the thing that she has to do. Which she only
Intensify is how many pluses?
Blood Intensity.
Oh,
4 per day. Does not stack with Intensified spell. Increases the max by Strength or Charisma. So she could add 10.
both.
Yep.
So
Up to her caster level. So she's got, because of Volcanica, 16 dice fireballs.
If she ticks that, then it would be a 16d6, and then you theoretically would probably want it to be empowered at the minimum.
Empowered is +2?
Yeah.
Empowered is +2 from a third circle. 1, 2, 3.
That would make it a 6 circle spell. Although she's kind of, or sorry, that would be
fifth.
Yeah. Her fourth circle spell slot is one that's kind of like.
Yeah, low. So that's why I was looking like. Can we use like? Okay, let's just do an 8th and try to get rid of those 2 and damage the wall.
Yeah, as a spontaneous caster, adding meta magic to it, that's 3 actions. So she has to
stand
there. She's going to go defensive, and then she puts a bunch of oomph into the spell, and this massive fireball rips off of the far side of the corridor.
And you're choosing? Are you choosing in Empower or Maximize?
Empower is 1.5.
Empower is 1.5.
Maximize is.
You should choose Empower.
Yeah.
I will help you.
10d6 plus 16.
It would be 16d6 plus 32.
Oh. Damn.
And times 1.5. Times 1.5.
Add it all up and then multiply by 1.5.
Yeah.
Damn. 92. So 130.
135, 138, and then are they vulnerable to fire?
Give me a second. Holder. No. Yes, they are. So multiply it by 1.5 again.
138. That's almost 70. It's like almost 192. So I'm guessing. Sorry.
It won't be one. I don't think it's 192, but it is 207.
Yeah, something like
that. DC, the saves they get are 23 and 21. Did you just melt 2 Elder Ice Elementals?
I think you just did. Let me check this DC.
So the DC is
20 plus
24.
Okay, they both failed.
Okay, so
what was the total?
The total was 207 damage.
Does the DC for the fire spell also go up by 1 for Volcanica?
No.
It's the caster level.
All right, they're still there, but they definitely can't take that anymore. As
what happened to the wall behind it?
As like 8/10 of their body is like melted, cracked, and has fallen off. The wall of ice. Give me 1 second here. This wall of ice has
usually 3 per caster level, I think.
This one has 5 per caster level.
Oh shit! It's 300 hit points. What?
I had everything open 3 hours ago, but then Windows decided to do an update, and I'm just reopening my tabs.
Nothing like an update. Middle of the day. 3 o'clock.
I was swearing. I was like players were getting online. Everything was ready to go.
It was hilarious because I was resting between sets of while working out, and Marty's like, "Ding dong, let's have a phone call." I connect, and he's like, "Fuck, now it needs to reboot."
It looks like you're busy, Paperclip. Let's reboot your computer.
Let's reboot your computer. You have unsaved work. Let's reboot your computer.
All right, I'm just sifting through a PDF right now, of course. All right, so caster level. Caster level is 25 at...
I think we just fucked up your wall. Be salty, then do it at will. Think it again. Who cares?
1 inch per caster level. I can just stack a bunch of them behind each other. So you can kind of do 4 times as thick. So it's a 25 times 4. It's a 100-inch thick wall of ice.
So 500
times
points.
5 hit points. Yeah, 500 points.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
We're a good chunk of the way through it.
205 out of 500. Okay.
We probably over oomphed it because I don't believe the wall takes double
Oh,
damage
that's
from
right.
fire.
Okay,
it's
so
not taking half.
It's just taking
So
92.
no, it would have been 138.
No, 138.
Because it wasn't powered.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Oh.
The wall, Quintessa, doesn't look like a standard wall of ice. It's way too spiky and it's intensely cold. And then, of course, there's these two ice elementals that are in complete agony as they're stumbling around. It's like you've never seen ice on fire before, but now you have.
So artistic.
Ice on flambe.
Val is going to fly in to help Brennos against the dragon. He's got enough movement with a fly spell to get into a flanking position.
Cool.
The dragon took its AOO against Brennos.
Yep.
So it's still trying to like flip itself over, and Val comes in with his ultra. Hey, Kenny. His shadowy weapon that is burst of all the elements, or all 4 of the elements.
Mystic burst. Come on, you crit. You know you wanna.
Yeah. Now we've got Good Hope running, a haste, and is there a bard song? There's no bard song, right?
There's no bard.
Right.
We came without a bard.
Yep.
Who wants a +4/+4?
Blade Tutor reduces the penalty for his power attack, and that's it. Okay, so then no Good Hope then, right?
We do have a good hope because we got a good hope from
the cleric bard.
the angels before we came,
yeah,
and then we didn't fly across like dum-dums. We were like, we have a good hope. Oh, we're gonna teleport right in there.
All right, I'll add the flank in here. Not a critical threat, but also a hit.
Okay.
1d10 plus 33 plus another 3, and then all the elements. He does 69 damage. 9 is 82.
Nice.
62, 40. Oh, there's a mirror image in there. Shit. I hit him. Okay.
Attaboy.
So he flew in for 1 attack. Then he's got 2 more attacks. Second attack and a haste. That's a hit because of the prone condition. And that's a critical threat.
Confirm the crit.
38 because of the prone, exactly.
And then flank.
And then flank on top of that, yes. So there's a hit and then another confirmation. So let's just roll the crit.
Roll the images for the first attack.
1d3 is an image.
Okay. Now the image is for the last attack, the crit.
Yeah, the d2, flipping a coin. Oh, an image. Damn.
Because when you confirm a crit flanking a foe, Brennos gets an AOO.
Got it.
So...
Val's slicing away with his shadowy blade. He actually doesn't need to be in that close. He could be all the way out here. Long arms plus his shadow blade has reach.
There we go.
He's kind of at the corner here, maybe stepping out of the view of the unholy ground.
Whatever's happening with that unholy ground, yeah, with the big conjuration magic over there.
It does look like he's looking over his shoulder at like what are the ice elementals going to do, which is a good prompt for me to add them to the initiative. As
just sit there, get your asses handed to
you. Don't do nothing, get destroyed.
We already got the XP, but we banished you.
We should do a very short game one day that is a musical.
I'm all down for that.
Okay, all right. Cool.
Yeah, sure, let's do it. I can sing for shit, but I will try my
All
best.
actions have to be described in limerick form.
Right. in singing prose. All right, so that was Val. The dragon. It's begging for Chill Reaver to do something. It's on fire, so I think Sunny's flame...
I think we were doing that on Sunny's turn. I think.
Okay. At the end of its turn, it gets a will save, right?
So the other one didn't make it, which is what that other symbol was. This one did make it. So last round he made his save, so he doesn't have to
see.
stay
Okay,
prone.
yeah, the command.
But if he wants to not be on fire, he's going to have to do a thing.
Yeah, but also standing from prone here.
Well,
if he's 5 foot steps away, it's 2 AOs. If he stands from prone, it's 2 AOs.
If he puts the fire out.
There's no AO if he puts the fire out, but he's just lying on his belly.
And then he just gets to... Well, he'll get a dragon action.
All right,
just stand up.
The dragon is going to go defensive. It wants out of here. Okay. It then does the dumb thing. Stands from prone.
Okay.
Brennos, you're...
Smote it to infinity and beyond.
I banish you. Boom.
Have mercy, dwarf, mercy!
No mercy for aberrants. That's for 51 flank.
Yep.
Okay.
You're slicing into it. You tried to get it in the neck, but you're getting it into like the crown of its head and just pushing the sword through it. It's really painful and sawing through
damage.
bone. You just lashed onto your head. You're just sticking your sword further and further in. Eventually, it just is too much for the dragon. 85 damage puts it at 327.
The other one died at 329.
Yeah, I think you end up. The sword finally gives way, goes right through its neck, and blood is gouting out of his mouth and of the wound. And you kind of ride the dragon down, still on fire, to the ground.
No more brains for ye.
Val whirls around. There's this palpable aura of dread coming from beyond that wall of ice. I'm going to remove the white dragons from the initiative, i.e. the mature adults. However...
Action set 1, action set 2. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that, because that sounds sucky. That sounds less good.
Those 3 leprechauns on the shelf.
I don't know, like the 18th level angel warned you not to go there.
This is true. Mark really wanted to go, and he's not here now.
So how'd the party go? They left.
Agony floats forward, kind of joining Sunny.
Hello. There's some sort of horrible conjuring magic over there. And your friend appears to be trapped in some sort of icy imprisonment of some sort.
He lands on the ice. He looks up at the altar, and you notice that his knees are starting to buckle, and he bows.
Is this really the time for that?
She must be given her due.
All right.
He goes down to one knee. He's leaning on his raven's beak, and you could just tell them. You could feel the pull of the artifact and of the mask. Even though Agony is a worshiper of Tiamat, he's wearing her will on his head.
Not too bright. Kind of our fault.
Well, we didn't. It wasn't.
Our fault. Our fault.
Realistically, we had a person who could have cast Legend Law on it, and he never did. He was too busy getting drunk. So really, it's Barnabas's fault.
Sonny, what are you doing?
Really, this is Barnabas's fault.
Agony is he's muttering a prayer to Tiamat.
Well, we are currently in overlapping protection from magic circle and protections from evil. Yep. So if it's a thing that I could use a spell to make stop, probably those spells are already cast. So we are going to give me a second. Can I dimensionally anchor or something?
What is Sunny Littlebat doing?
Sunny Littlebat. Sunny Littlebat is doesn't want whatever the powerful conjuration magic is over there to spend its time powerfully conjuring.
Yeah, so you see that there are two auras that are separate. Yes. And they are centered on the statues that are prominently displayed as the focus of the unholy ground.
Yeah.
They are kind of like a mixture of ice devil and white dragon. It's like they took two creatures and bred them together. You're sure Barnabas knows the name of these things, but you're not sure.
Yeah, that's. I mean, they sound really cool. They sound metal as shit. Yeah. Give me a second. Then there's this thing on the other side where we've got.
Yeah, and then there's strong magic coming from here, and let me tell you the school.
From where?
The
southeast. Oh, from there. Okay.
From the ground below the ice statue.
Okay.
It is abjuration and is it overwhelming? Give me a second. Detect magic. No, it's strong.
Strong.
On the verge of overwhelming. Abjuration. In the little patch of icy ground below the ice statue. The ice statue has no magic coming off of it. It's just reflecting the magic beneath it.
Yeah, well,
that being of Macath, the tiefling drow lady that you had learned about had recently teamed up with Agony for a brief moment.
A problem to the south that's declaring other things to be issues.
Yep.
And then I've got an earthquake in the tank that eventually I'm just going to earthquake.
Just in case. Or just when we're done. After we're done looting.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? I found an earthquake.
Wait a second. How many... planar adaptation. No longer negative effects. Okay. All right. We are going to Oh, too many things all at once. Can I aim there from here? Not really. Right. Hold that thought, Agony. I'll be right back. We're going to hide behind this burning dragon and shoot and disintegrate at the wall behind the things.
Oh, here?
We're going to disintegrate an ice wall. See if we put them too close together. Because this whole nonsense of like, well, no, show me the surprise now.
Okay. I think a 10 by 10 section of the wall just disappears.
I will try to not miss.
Yeah.
Sonny's fault. No. You're the one who made us had to trial and error our way through figuring out what the mask does. So
a wall is like AC 5.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't roll a 1.
All right. Which 10-foot section do you want gone?
The middle.
Middle? Okay.
Yeah. No, peeking out, hiding behind a dragon corpse.
Okay. There is now a gap.
Can we see through or no?
There is a very tingling, icy mist-like fog behind that wall. It looks like a slow-moving snowstorm.
Yes.
Sunny, you can give me a spellcraft if you like.
Are we taking any environmental damage right now?
There's
Cold
also
damage?
a blue aura that is still from the wall of ice. You know that you will take damage as you go through that.
Yeah.
So give me a spell craft.
Spellcraft. Sorry, I'm shit talking with Mark in the chat. 59.
All right. So you think you just punched a hole through a mythic wall of ice?
Oh, nice.
And
is it gonna like regrow or something?
You know through your high roll that mythic walls of ice do more damage. You make a fort save or become staggered if you take any of that cold damage. And then any interactions with the wall of ice, like that are physical interactions, even just touching it, there's a chance you can cut yourself and bleed. But yeah, you punched your way through, and then with your spellcraft check, you also know that there is a cold variant of acid fog that's filling the space behind. Acid fog acts like solid fog, which acts like fog cloud.
So we're okay because we have freedom of movement, which should negate the solid fog part, and then our protections from cold should be our resist cold should be enough for it's like 66, I think.
Yeah, it's 2d6 around.
That's 2d6 around. Okay, yeah, so we're protected from that.
Hampers vision though. That's the
part. Well, yeah, and I also there's this weird obscure power that white dragons have that is useless in 99% of cases, but it's good to be in the 1%.
And then there's still these strange beams that look like they're coming from the left and right side of the of this big chamber beyond, and they seem to be focused on something that is just out of view. Like they're these strobe light blue beams of light. You don't know what's going on beyond there.
Oh, I know what's going on in here. I'm shooting disintegrates and hiding behind the dragon. All right, cool.
Yeah. All right, so that was Sunny. The Elder Ice Elementals are lurching forward. Chunks of their being are falling off as he gets close enough to Val to strike. I think they have 15-foot reach. Yeah. And then this one will...
I do have to put the little guy to bed in a few minutes.
Okay.
Should take like a few minutes.
Oh my god, caps. Yeah, AC 30, AC 36. Val is swooping and dodging and weaving and keeping them busy. Sunny, you do recall that I think one of them was injured before it got dismissed back to here. It wasn't injured anymore, although you do recognize it.
Probably heal from intense cold. Yeah.
I'm going to add some things to the initiative.
Oh no, we've uncorked the thingy. Stop buffing in there.
Round 5. Begin. Oh shit.
All right. So Chill Reaver's first set of actions in a round is at a 9, and his second set of actions is at a 3.
Oh no. Oh no, that's going to be really, really, really gross.
Just face tank him.
Just face tank him. Yes, face tank. You are a tank with a face. Get in there, God.
I know.
You hear this.
What audacity.
Yeah! What audacity!
A1. Goddamn. This is goddamn on the field.
Cog.
Hey, what's up?
There were two very deep, one higher than the other, voices coming from the back room, and then you also feel this, Sunny, this very kind of cold invitation as this hand is reaching out towards you.
Oh, I forgot about the fucking artifact of frosty thing. Oh yes, if there's an artifact in there and you don't want to go with it, it's going to turn you into an ice cube.
Hello, are you there? Come to me. I shall remove all of your idiosyncratic ways. I will give you focus.
Is this in everyone's head?
Nope, just Sunny. Sunny's the one that made contact with it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to like it's kind of like probing, like, are you still there?
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hello?
The Druid of Volcanica is busy. If you'd like to leave a message, feel free.
We shall turn this place into a cold paradise. We shall freeze its waters and stop its volcanoes.
That's going to just lead to lots of extra pressure and a very massive discharge at some point. You know how it goes with volcanoes, better out than in.
Cog, what are you doing?
Cog's moving in. Oh, what's that down there?
There's something that summons devils that dragons over there. There's some
He's like, okay, that's to the right, okay, and this way.
Frost Reavers that way with an artifact of ice that is sentient. Do not let it replace your idiosyncrasies, because your idiosyncrasies are what make you you. And then there's probably something else in there. I don't know. The big dragon with 2 heads would be the problem.
Come, pick me up. I am but a little thing.
Do we need special protections for this?
Don't pick up anything. It's going to be able to see in there, and you can't. That's going to be the main thing. Oh, also, you're going to want to sort of going through the wall of ice could definitely slow you down if you're not careful. It's a very potent spell, that one.
Can I jump through?
As long as you've got your token.
Okay, Cog, looks like you've moved up. What else are you doing?
Use a key point to go bloop.
Okay.
I
Cog,
can't move.
You
need to.
How far in?
I was just like 15 or 20 feet in.
Oh, I need
10,
to know.
10 feet.
How
15
far
feet.
beyond the wall of ice are you going?
15 feet.
Okay. So there's the wall of ice. You're going 15 feet in.
It's not happening.
No,
it happens.
You know what happens? You're in mist and you can't see more than 5 feet in front of you. You might see the edge of the mist here. And there are beams of light that are shining from both sides of this walkway. There might be a drop off here. It's hard to tell. Your gears are starting to freeze.
It's going through the protections.
Like you could see frost and rime starting to collect on the edges of it.
So am I starting to take like cold damage?
Nope, not yet. Just like frost on a windshield. It's not a
fucking cold in there.
Yep.
Okay.
This is the
Cogs.
you're pretty sure this is the coldest place you've ever been.
Okay, so Cog, that was 90 to 95 is. We're still hasted.
Yep. There's a bunch of like things where the beams of light are coming in along this side, and then somewhere in the middle here is where beams are congregating.
Okay, so Cog's gonna go 15 feet. He's gonna jump 15 feet. 15 feet.
Okay, let's
See where
do
I'm
this.
going?
Let's just do this one by one. So you
Okay.
jump 15 feet.
Okay.
You're along icy, slippery ground.
I'm still the Cog.
Are you leaving dimensional cogs behind, or?
I have to.
I think you have to attack to do that, don't you?
They don't threaten unless you attack from the cog.
Yeah,
I see.
They appear, but they're not. Yeah. So another.
They don't provide a flank unless you attack from that square.
Okay. I'll jump down
you can see
here.
There's something there that's like got this intense beam of light. You're doing another 15 feet this way.
Another 15 this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kenny. Ice is just lawful water. You know, it's just organized, structured. It's got more structure. That's all.
Okay. So.
Are you going in the beam of light, or are you?
Oh, no. Like, is it through the whole? Is it? I go around it.
The beam of light is sitting. You can see the edge of a dais, and it might be some sort of mirror or spotlight-ish thing.
Okay.
But you're
so
you're definitely underneath it. It is focused slightly higher in the chamber.
Cog's gonna hop behind the mirror. He's gonna flurry the mirror, or whatever that is.
Yeah, it's definitely looks like a an oddly designed silver.
Cog's mind. This looks important. Boom, 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 and jump away.
Okay, give me a second here.
It's like you gave a homeless guy a hammer and said there's a bottle of Jack somewhere in the walls.
Wow.
Sorry. All right, so it's to go from here to there. It's 35. Almost 35.
All right, can you roll damage?
Yeah, my flurry is. Give me a sec. Does this thing take sneak attack?
No.
Vine strike.
I don't think
It's
so.
thorny damage. Does it have an SR?
It's an object. It has hardness.
It should take it. Okay, so that's gone.
Then your vine strike then I think it just adds damage.
Yeah. Okay. 34. Okay, so we'll do this twice. Oh, I'll do the first attack. 68.
Okay.
It's 8, 8, 8, 6. It's a beefy fist. Before I rolled a second attack. How do I feel?
You get the sense that it's somewhat hardened because you're punching the back of like a metal frame of the mirror. You could hear it crack from the front as you're doing it. You've done about half the damage you need to destroy the mirror.
53. So moved, hopped.
Okay. This mirror shatters to the ground. Give me a reflex save as the beams that are kind of going back and forth between the mirror and some object are now washing over you.
Okay, reflex save. Oh! One sec.
He's doing stuff. Does he know what he's doing? Nope, he's cog into the works or whatever.
Cog's doing his thing.
Cog in your ears. That'll piss him off.
Oh, does 29 do something?
That fails.
By how much, may I ask?
You just got.
Can I like mythic point? Wait, are there any? Is there? Wait, we had bonuses, didn't we? From Contessa cast gave us like a +4 on our saves, didn't she?
Reflex save, you are hasted, so that's a +1.
30. I didn't add any bonuses to my roll.
And there's a good hope, +2.
32.
Okay. The DC's 32. So I think you evade.
My pink shirt.
But there's an unfocused kind of like beam now that is coming from that area. And now Cog hears a female voice. Are you trying to set me free? I would very much like that.
I'm coming back, Sonny.
Don't. What are you doing?
I broke a mirror.
Step into the light. Come to me.
Is the fog all over that room? And no.
You seem to be an interesting vessel.
Cog continues the rest of his jump and jumps back here.
Okay. Cog feels like he was like telepathically scanned by something. Oh, the elves do such good work.
Still feel good.
All right.
Feel right.
That was Cog's brief foray into a room of frigid cold. Sonny, you don't like how the ice has clung to Cog, even though he's got protections up.
Well, I don't like the storm in there, so I'm going to make it go away.
If you could do that, that would be fantastic.
Brennos, as you hack your blade out of the white dragon with a roar from the dragon inside your sword.
Don't break the mirrors; it'll set her free.
The elder ice elementals will attempt to
Punch you?
yeah smack Brennos as he comes in. AC 34 or 42.
Ooh, give me a second on the 42. Brennos, who's not pretend. I think he's going to be in melee. AC 44, 45. Becomes 43.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so Brennos running along the ice kind of slides underneath one of the punches that comes in. Icicles falling off of the creature. They're actually dripping because of how hot that fireball was from Contessa. You manage to get back to your feet, and what are you doing?
I'm assuming they're not dragons.
No, these are big.
Okay, my blade is still Dragon Bane. Okay. AC 56. The fire on these does do extra.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So
DR10 though.
Oh, all right. So with the DR, it's 57, 47. So 61 damage on the first one, which I think destroys it.
Yep, it falls into big icy chunks.
Okay, we will then hit the second one. Critical threat, can't be critted.
Nope. This one's trying to bite you, and you stick your sword into its mouth.
Okay, doing 63 damage.
Okay, forcing its momentum down as it was leaning over. You're like, I'll bring it all the way down. You bring it all the way down to the ground and smack it against the ground with your sword inside of it. It explodes into hundreds of pieces.
Okay, I will use a swift action to grant myself. Oh, what kind of feat do we think we're going to need for this? This fight feels like. This feels like a blind fight sort of fight. So we're going to use an action to grant ourselves blind fight. So for the next, for the next 15 rounds, Brennos has blind fight as a feat.
Okay, so if this
Using
goes...
the war domain.
Nice.
We're going into dark places that tend to be really cold and fight things that can't be seen.
Quintessa.
That's me.
Does she have any storm stuff? She might not. Let's just take a quick peek.
All right, Contessa.
MCAE. What the fuck is MCAE? Magic Circle Against Evil. Okay. She's already got echolocation running, I think, which is very useful.
Yeah.
And she might want to throw that on. In fact, she might want to throw the echolocation on somebody else as well.
That's actually a really good idea.
Let's see if it's personal or others, because that's a
Personal.
Damn it.
But does she really like her son? All right. Okay.
Don't we have greater heroism running?
Yeah, a bunch of
A
people.
few people.
Yeah.
A few people have it.
I think everybody does.
I think that they think the heroes.
We know what to do with heroes.
Be your hero, baby.
No, but
wait a
I
sec.
think that the real heroes.
We will drink from them.
Drink from my nuts. You technically think you can't eat my brain.
It's very cold in there. It's very cold.
Just checking. She might want to she doesn't know what to do, so she could flame strike the walls or whatever to try to bring the walls down, or she can randomly fireball inside the room just to see what happens, or she can
I'll be like, go to the left. If you're gonna shoot to the left, right's still empty. Shoot to the left.
Alternately recasting. So she cast. Did she have any? She didn't. Oh, God damn it!
I don't see much in here, man.
Well, the communal, a communal resist or communal protection from cold, re-upping that might be useful because we've taken a bunch of damage on that spell.
I don't think we took that much.
Okay.
Oh, I took 60.
So go pick your favorite person to give a heroic fortune to. She's got 2 prepared.
Yeah, Brennos is gonna get one. To here, stand. Oop, stand there. Too far.
Mother, you're too close.
What are you casting? Sorry.
Heroic fortune and give one to Brennos.
Okay.
Or actually, no. Val's gonna go first. She'll stand over here. She'll give one
There
to
we go.
Val. And she moved. She cast. I'll prepare one for you as well, Brennos. Right.
Come here, you squid-faced bastards, and meet your doom.
Hiding his fear behind humor.
Show them.
I'll cut off your big head and your wee head too.
Quintessa. Val. Form up behind me. He's gonna.
Don't touch it. It's very sharp.
Yeah, he goes up to the wall, but doesn't push himself against it, and he's gonna ready a move in.
Yep.
No, he readies an attack just in case something comes. He's waiting for the party to kind of gather up a little bit.
Yep.
Chill Reaver, Exarch of Tiamat, action set 1.
Travel Wookiee Nobata solo.
Hey, it sounds like something is cracking through ice. Perhaps Chill Reaver was just like sticking to the floor.
Okay.
Like
I
lake
think
in spring.
Ahmed needs to go put the kid to bed. I mean, I'm
Put
listening.
the bed to the kid.
I'll be as fast as I can. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you can hear tremendous amount of crunching against the ice and something moving closer. Where is its movement rate? They didn't give it a move speed? Come on.
The land speed of a white dragon?
Yeah, like 60, I think.
I believe they're 60. They're one of the fast ones. Dragons come in slow and fast variants.
Yep.
And white dragons, I believe, are fast.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
If you're using the WFSRD, they've got mistakes in the white dragon template. Like they used to have mistakes in them.
Okay.
I sent them correction notes. I believe they've got them all fixed now.
All right, the dragon takes its draconic action, which is a move, and then it moves again, and then it
then decides to go back to where it started from because that is the
and it casts
idiosyncrasies.
it casts a spell.
Spellcraft?
Yep.
It doesn't sound like the quietest of Honka Chonkas out there. We are going to spellcraft to. Oh yeah. 40.
Okay. What does Mythic Mirror Image do?
I don't know that there is one in the normal book.
Mythic Magic Core Spells.
Yeah, it's... Oh, there is one. Sorry. It's...
Page 63. Oh, I got it.
More. More! More images. More images. Fucking 12 images. Fuck off.
Mirror or...
Fucking images for days. Just let's roll.
Why would they give me a page number and not actually have the spell listed? What does it do?
Increases the maximum number of images generated by the spell to 12. Destroying an image creates a flash of light. Any creature that destroys an image must make a will save or be dazzled for 1 round.
Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever.
The second part is just a bunch of...
And it's 1 every 4, right?
1 every 3
3
images, I believe. So it's d4 plus 8. If that wall of ice was to be believed.
Yep. Okay. Something in the other room barked out a mirror image.
Ooh.
And it was the higher pitched dragon that was doing it.
It made a lot of images.
So let's see. It moved as its dragon action. It then moved as its first action. The little head cast a standard action, and the big head's got a readied action.
And then the whole thing gets 2 sets? Oh, it's dirty. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this dragon dirty. when we finally make contact, I'm gonna hit it with the hole and double everything.
AOWD is moving, spinning the round, moving.
But I thought it was an inanimate object. Goddamn, is that?
GD. Okay. I can see Cog from here.
Cog can't see you.
So, we're just going to reveal what this thing is. This is the
Glimmer of Dodeca.
Why did I call it GD?
The gooey dragon.
Oh, no, that's not what it is. Did I forget to put... A is that, GD is that. Oh, I didn't even add the Seed of Winter into the initiative. Give me a second.
Oh, the Seed of Winter would have been the A-wall, or whatever it's called, A1. Aode. You might want to bump up Chill Reaver's second set of initiative to above 0 so it doesn't make the filtering all weird.
Should be okay.
There's dead white dragons. There's an extra line for white dragons. In
oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
My OCD is going nuts. But you've got not the wrong data in your data set.
There you go. Fine. He's at a 0. Oh, no, I need to make it an 8. Okay, that thing is moving. That thing hasn't been activated yet. Agony. Agony, he stands. He fights whatever magic is happening. He rises to both of his feet. He's glaring at the altars of the prominent white dragon temple of Tiamat, and he turns with a huff to join the party, flying over. In a double fly, he'll land near Cog, not quite touching the wall because of the warnings, but going to using it as cover. He just nods slowly to Cog and to Val, and it looks like he's ready to enter the room. He's got a readied action to strike a thing if it comes through. Sunny and Mistra.
Well, guess what, boyo? I am the Druid of Volcanica. I'm going to control winds and make it really blowy and fuck off with your stupid fog spell. Just go fuck off. Stupid fog. I am the Druid of Volcanica.
What's the area that you can affect with your control winds?
Big. It is 40 feet high and 40-foot radius per level.
Okay, how far in are you casting the spell?
It's on me.
Oh, it's centered on you.
Sorry, it doesn't need to be centered on me. You know what? I believe we all have freedom of movement up, so we're kind of just, and we don't have archers, so I think we're just making this place windy, just in case they'll try to recast that stupid shit.
Okay, how far in?
We're going to cast it. You know what? We're going to cast it. In the middle here.
Okay, Centered there.
Centered there, and we're gonna try to make it blow everything out of the room.
Okay.
Their stupid
And
wall.
then its radius is ridiculous,
40,
right?
40 per 40 per caster level. So huge. Like, absolutely ginormous.
Yeah, I can only make 150-foot radius circles, so it basically affects the entire place, and then I think it might be causing the fog cloud to dissipate.
Yes. So I'm making it because I made my spellcraft check on the fog. It needs to be at least severe. So we're just going to go with severe for now. I can change it later by thinking about it.
All right, I think this reveals the room.
Haha!
As there's a torrent of absolute frigid cold, cold snowflakes and a blast of Arctic wind is revealing a massive chamber.
Oh, it's big!
All right, there's a platform where the mists seem to have all been congregated. There is a 30-foot drop to the ground, and then there is a 30-foot platform upon which there's a block that is just encased in ice, and then hovering about 5 feet above that is the focus point of all of these strange, different-looking mirrors, like they might have been looted from different cultures, maybe some of them from around here, some of them not from around here.
That's big.
That look like they're reflecting energies back and forth to this tiny, 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 beautiful little seed. I've actually got a better picture for the Seed of Winter.
Thing's amazing.
Let's use this picture. No.
Is it leaking?
No, this picture instead.
Ooh.
I was playing on Midjourney, and I'm like, yeah, Midjourney gave me some cool AI-generated things that I wanted. You can't help but notice the two heads of the dragon are kind of popping up. Like, it's actually sitting down in this chamber, but the chamber seems to have been built so that it can easily reach over into the edges.
Yep.
It is a blue-eyed monstrosity. First, Sunny, white dragons are not supposed to get that big, and usually they do not have two heads. Immediately you know that you have a problem. This dragon is oozing with not stolen mythic power, with bestowed mythic power.
Even more delicious.
That's the problem, everyone.
As you reveal the place, the dragon's fear aura, as you weren't expecting something exactly like that.
We all have greater heroism.
Yes, and I'm going to just double check. Its frightful
Seems colossal
presence
too.
is not...
Something that bypasses. That could even scare skeletons or something.
Nope, it doesn't have like a mythic version of it, so you're safe for now.
Okay, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go full AC here. We're gonna have to go put the AC on full blast.
You can't see around the corner, but where is Sunny? Sunny's
hiding behind a corpse.
Yep.
So Sunny will, the fog is dissipating. He's gonna scoot and we'll hide behind some icicles over here. Oh, he so doesn't want to be in the blast where if it just breathes down.
Yeah, a little bat flying against this torrent of wind and ice that is flowing out of there.
Yeah, we're gonna just go. We're gonna hide. We're gonna basically. We'll get a little bit closer. You know what? We're gonna go with Quintessa.
One more spellcraft from Sunny.
Okay. Sunny. 54.
There is some effect in here that is causing cold to get through non-mythic protections.
Oh.
Fit.
As all of you, despite having protections and resists up, feel the cold blast that Sunny is like caused to come rippling down the hallway.
Is this a planar effect? Do I have a feeling?
It's a combination between planar and mythic.
Do I think a planar adaptation would negate the countering. I don't know. Be warned.
Is it a mythic effect?
It will be cold in there despite your protections, and re-upping the protections won't do it.
Kill it fast and kill it hard.
The Seed of Winter.
I can help you with that. Come, join me. You will never feel cold again.
Are you a creature or an artifact? Or a little bit of both?
One could ask the same of you.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can't sense you very well. Don't be shy.
Let's send Mark's characters in, see what's going on.
All right. Well, the Seed of Winter can see fully well into this, and it looks like we've got Cog as a target. Cog didn't listen. He didn't come to say hello. So a frigid polar ray is blasting at Cog.
At least you can see it now before you couldn't.
Oh!
AC 43 touch.
Hold on. AC 43 touch. Wait, let's do some math. Dex, dodge, ring, wisdom, monk, ironstone, no natural armor. My standing AC before any of that for touch is 44.
Okay. The cold beam, which you feel may have gotten through your protections, just blasted a spot of rime against the far wall.
I don't know if you know what that does, but
That's before haste and all
that.
the other bonuses.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little excited.
How big is this thing?
It's about the size of an apple.
Smash, smash all day long.
You can't quite see it, but you get the sense that it's just small. It's just she's just a little thing.
Okay, that blue laser was very cold and it was very precise.
Psionics can't stop us.
This thing will. Brennos, slow down.
Ice elementals, they're not there anymore. Yeah.
Armor, none.
All right.
Does the shield spell count towards touch AC?
No.
No, okay.
Only against guns, just to make life hard.
Chill Reaver's
because guns were too strong.
Exarch of Tiamat, second set of actions for the round.
It's gonna. Oh, he was so far back in the room.
Wait. 21, 22.
Let's go say hello.
It
Okay, AC
climbs up as its dragon action.
51.
It then moves again, kind of swiping lazily at one of the.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. What are we gonna do?
The higher pitched head.
Who did you give the second item to? You gave it to Quintessa?
Contessa only cast the first one. We didn't get a chance to cast the second one.
No. Who did you give the second amulet of teleporty fun to?
He didn't. He
Oh,
put it on
teleport
himself.
forever?
Yeah, you put it on yourself?
He kept both of them.
Thank you.
Nobody asked for it. We were in the middle of fighting.
I specifically recall this because I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. This is not a. Oh, it's a spell-like ability.
Imperials. Yeah, I saw the helmet. Imperials.
Reaver is getting really mad, and Chill isn't. Yes. Chill is casting a spell-like ability, and is going to
Spellcraft? I mean, just anything. 52?
It is casting a icy tomb-like spell that will mimic an imprisonment.